Hello everybody, Alex here from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Link to Success service and the massive changes that have happened in that service. So let's have a look at some of the changes that have occurred. Firstly, the performance has improved quite dramatically. And you'll see that there are accounts that have 100% success rates. There are accounts that have doubled their balances in the last 8 weeks, and so on. So really nicely improved success rates. We have added a money-back guarantee to any new subscribers to the service. There are more linked account participants. In other words, more traders are putting their accounts forward to be linked in the Link to Account service. And what we've done, which is very important, we've started taking a very short-term view at evaluating trading accounts. So we're only looking at the last 8 weeks because that's what the most important period is. You want to maximize your income over the last 8 weeks. We've also added very simple and much better account selection criteria. And I have mentioned this in a previous video, but we'll go through those again in this video. And then we've negotiated a special 20% off VPS deals for our clients. And then what we're going to do in the rest of the video is review the top linkable accounts. So I'm quite excited about all of this, and let's get straight into it. Now, in a previous video, and the one on your screen, we have made a breakthrough in account selection. So the account selection firstly is based on the last 8 weeks performance, and then that we look at things like open trades, profitability, consistency, very important, low drawdowns, and then risk exposure. So please go and watch this video if you haven't. It's about 16 minutes long because it's an educational video where I show you how to go about using those criteria to select the best. So I thought we'd knock off some of the easy ones first. So here is the 20% off offer by Dipgate. We in fact have a lot of the linked accounts on their service, so we are users, and they have given us a code, and here's the code you need to use if you are considering using their services. You just use that code and you will get 20% off every single payment you make for their services. So the other quick thing to cover is the money back guarantee. Is very simple. When you start your Link to Success subscription during December and January, you qualify for a money back guarantee, which says if you are not happy about your trading results over the 4-week period since starting your subscription, we will gladly refund that subscription and cancel it for you. So this only applies to new subscribers over the next, I think, 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, so let's have a look at the selection criteria. Very important, and it's actually the basis of today's video because we're going to be using those selection criteria. So what we're saying is that the last 8 weeks is the most important period for the selection of linked accounts. And that is because we regularly review the settings of these accounts, and that you will get the benefit of the new reviewed ones. And also some of the accounts that are on the linking service have better results in the beginning and poor results in the towards the end, and we want to eliminate those kind of accounts. So let's have a look at the criteria that we use. I'm not going to go through them in detail, but we look at open trades. You should not link your account to an account that has massive open trades. Danger is that you will not experience trades because that account is busy resolving those open trades, and it can take a week or two for that to happen. You have to invest in an account that is nicely profitable, and we're going to be looking at as I said, there are some that have 100% success rate, and there are some that have made phenomenal returns. Then we look at consistency. Again, a very important. It's not good to just have one huge week of success and then it tapers down. We want to see consistent success over the 8-week periods. And then low drawdowns. Obviously, the lower the drawdowns of that account, the lower the risk. And then speaking about risk, that's one of the criteria of risk is is evaluating the low drawdowns, but also looking at the return that you're getting on your drawdowns. So let's have a look at that in a little bit more detail. But firstly, let's have a look at this graph that shows the best gains over the last 8 weeks, and they are incredible gains. One account tripled its balance, one doubled it, another one almost doubled it, and there was some really good returns. So that is what I'm saying. The performance has improved dramatically, especially the short-term performance over the last 8 weeks. So what we've done is we've taken those criteria that I've mentioned earlier, the profitability, the drawdowns, all those criteria, and we've listed them in terms of the performance over the last 8 weeks. And then we've colored the performance. So the green ones are the criteria where that account is in the top 30% of our accounts. The pink ones are where that account is in the bottom 30% of the account. And then the other 40% is basically just white, as you see on the screen. So by colors, you can start evaluating the accounts. But the easiest is we've created a column here called the number of green results, in other words, the most positive results. So what you do there is you just click, as you've seen me do, and you click largest to smallest, and then what it will do is it will look back and say which of these accounts have the most green blocks, and there you are. Immediately you get that account has 7, that one has 6, 5, 4, and so on. So immediately you create a short list of accounts because those are the top producing accounts. And how easy is that? We've made it so simple for you to find good accounts to link to. And we don't guarantee that these accounts will be good in the future, but it is a great starting point. So let's have a look at this first one, for instance, because that gives you an idea of the criteria we're looking at. So firstly, this account has a 0 floating loss. There are no negative open deals. That's ideal. No short-term drawdown. Then we give some statistics about gains for this week, gains, the best week over the last 8. And then more importantly, what was the worst week in the last 8? So you can see the worst week compared to the best week is incredibly good. Minus $59 in the first week and over $260 in as the best week. Now, by the way, I must just point out that when an account has got a 1K in front of it, it means that this account has specifically been traded for $1,000 accounts, and all the other accounts are for $10,000 accounts. So this is a $1,000 account, and that is why the returns, the gains over the last 8 weeks is 44%. Very good. So that's 22% return every month. So there we've got our profitability, we've got our low drawdowns, and then what about consistency? So it says the number of negative weeks over the last 8 weeks, there's only been 1. So from a consistency point of view, this account has been profitable 7 weeks out of 8. So we know it's a consistently profitable account. So we covered consistency, we've covered drawdowns, and then it also gives the statistic of the total negative weeks. Because this one's only had 1, it's the same as the highest negative week. And then you look at return on drawdown. So in other words, if we took your drawdown as your risk and you took the gains that were made as your return, then this account has made 752% return on risk. And that is why this account is ranked number 1. But there are various other ways that you can rank accounts. I'm not going to go through all the detail again, but then if we look at the next account, again, great results. Small current drawdown, small largest drawdown, nice big best week number, and again, a great return on drawdown number. So drawdown low, high returns, 63% return, only 1 week. So again, you see how this immediately helps you sort to find the best accounts to link to. Obviously, you need to do your own further research, but this this at least identifies the accounts that should perk your interest. And then we go through the next ones, and the next one you can see, and then we reach accounts that maybe has one pink item. Then what you have to do with those accounts is you've got to decide, are those pink items so important? Are they a worrisome item? And you've got to decide that type of thing. But you can't go wrong if you stick mainly with the green ones as they go through over there. That is one of the ways, is you just go and you just look for all the green accounts, and that creates a list of top accounts for you. Now you can see the top accounts here. The ones with the C are a very specific trader that's participating in the linked account service. He's been participated for the last 2.5 years, and that is why he is doing so well. He has fine-tuned his accounts over the 2.5 years to be very appropriate to the linking service. There are other participants like this SM participant. In fact, I'm going to have a look at that particular one that has participated recently. This particular account and the account underneath it, you can see, has produced phenomenal results. It's produced 48% return there and 106% there. And why I want to have a look at them in particular is, let's have a look at this one. So when you click on that blue link, it will open the FX Blue account details of that particular account. So let's go and have a look at what it's been up to. Okay, so here's a chart of the growth over that period. Now here is the number that's of most. Total return 127%. Fantastic return. But the statistic that's of the most interest is this one, 100% success rate. Now it is carrying a small loss at the moment, and that might resolve itself, but even if those losses cashed in, the statistics will stay very firm. It will stay in the 90s, and that's the nature of this particular trading system. And all the SM trading systems currently have 100% success rate and huge returns. So that's why I want to separate that. I'm not suggesting that you invest in. You've got to do your own homework. Make sure that you're happy to link your account to this account. But there are some of the most fantastic statistics that you can get. Now, the one point here is that there were drawdowns on this account. Now, I must explain how drawdowns work. We take the equity balance in the beginning of the week, and we then take the equity balance at the end of the week, and we then compare the two. And if the end of the week one is lower, it means there's been a drawdown. If it's higher, it means there's been an improvement in the account. So if it's lower, it doesn't mean that a loss has been made. It just means that the equity has gone down during that week. So it's not what we call realized losses. It's just book losses, in that the equity has changed in that way. So this, but that is why this account is low down on the evaluation risk, because it has had a 30% drawdown. This one over here has had a 17% drawdown, although the actual production has been fantastic. All right, so let's have a look at some other criteria that you might be interested in. For instance, which accounts have made the biggest gains over the last 8 weeks? So we go there, we click on here, and we sort from large to small. And there we are. So we get those gains, and you can then look at the ones that have made the biggest gains. You then can consider whether that change in equity is a concern, or that one is a concern, or that one. And then you can see here the top performer actually only had 4 successful weeks and 4 unsuccessful weeks. So again, there's a consistency problem with that high return. Then here's a drawdown problem with that high return. There's a drawdown problem with that high return, drawdown problem with a high return. These ones don't have any problems, all green, all good. And then you have here again consistency problem with that one. So can you see how you can immediately evaluate the various accounts very quickly based on the criteria you want to use? For instance, there's one that's got no pinks. and you just carry on like that. There's another one that's no pink, and those returns over an 8-week period, a 2-month period, are still incredibly high. So that's what I also mean. We have improved the profitability of our trading accounts. So I think we've covered the contents of this particular video. We've looked at the improved performance. You must agree that those performances are exceptional. We've looked at the money back guarantee. We've looked at the fact that we've got more linked account participants. The fact that we are using shorter term performance to evaluate our accounts, that has been a turning point. We have much simpler account selection criteria. Absolutely so simple. You just use those greens and the reds. When you see a red, you question it. Does it worry me or not? And so on. And you can very quickly create a short list of 10 accounts that you want to list to. And most of the participants in this service use up to 10 linked accounts. I've shown you the special 20% off VPS deal, and we've reviewed some of the top accounts. So the next question is, how do you join the linking service? Very easy. You go down to the bottom of this particular page, and you simply join the premium forum. When you are a premium forum member, the linked account service is free. You then go to the linked account service section in the premium membership forum, and you download a receiver EA that will allow you to trade 3 accounts. If you want to trade more, there is information on this particular page if you want to use more accounts. As simple as that. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I've encouraged you to have a look at the linking service. The improvements we made are quite dramatic, and it is one of the services that is ideal if you aren't making money trading the Forex market either manually or using robots. It is the easiest way to make money, because all you have to do is have the skill to select the best accounts to link to. Once you've done that, you can carry on with your life and just benefit from having all of the trades from those successful accounts copied into your trading account. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.